8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all, we are all one, we are all. Lift me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow.
Superstar. Hello, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, Monday evening. I was trying to think what day it was. Thank you, Borrowed Angel. Somebody made that for me. I'm not sure what post you mean, little bit. I'm not sure who you mean or what you're talking about. Hey, Mimi, Jerry, Jadelyn, Three Flying Doves, Finna Reeves, Lisa Kleckner. Hey, everybody. So, in 2 hours, we have Daisy's going to be reading everybody's cards for you. So, links in the description. So, I figured I would go live now. Hey, Whitney May. Dana Lynn. That's funny. Borrowed Angel. Woo woo. So, let's see. What's been going on? I'm trying to think. Let's see. Last night, oh man, Athena's like been very, very needy lately. Of course you get a hello, Dina Lynn. Are you the one that messaged me on Facebook? I messaged you back, but if it was you, it was somebody named Dina. So make sure you guys are following me on other social media platforms, because I am now updating those every day. I'm really trying to stay on top of it. So, and also the link, if you like to come up on panel and talk about whatever, go for it. Hey, Sheba. All Satin Sinners. Rebecca Quivito. That's a cool name. Clo. Find Summer's Truth. Great Ties. What? Oh, that says Whist. I thought it was W. I don't know. Wow, I'm blind. Yeah, we had one of those the night before too, Michelle D, and it got crazy. I don't know if you guys all saw Daisy pop up on panel and try to steal the show, and once again the spotlight. She wanted the attention, I thought she was gonna, come over and apologize for being such a dramatic crybaby. But no. She had to come on and instead wanted to act like she was sticking up for the Wells about something that she didn't even need to stick up for them about because nothing happened. She made something out of nothing, of course. Thank you, Mimi. Hey, RJ. But, who knows? Maybe I'll be live late tonight too. But I was going to chill a little bit for a couple hours and just watch Justin's live. I'm sure there'll be some crazy stuff going on in there because that Daisy's going to be having a bitch fit. She'll probably be performing exorcisms on her channel. I'm really worried about your soul, Ziggy. Yeah, I'm sure. Just as worried as you are about the Wells. Hey, nicely done. That was horrible. Jinkies was really upset. What was she upset about? What happened with Jinkies? Which part are you talking about? She thinks Justin's shows are cute. Crybaby Daisy. Or my chat, nobody ever talked about her until she tried to make it. She's the one that was asking for this spotlight. She wanted it. Brooks chat. What is that? Crime lies and crime lines and lies or something. Crime lies and lines. Yeah, I know the farm needs the exorcism. Yeah, I made a cute little TikTok about last night. Here, let's watch for those who didn't see. For those that didn't see what happened. Bandit. Oh, sorry, got 200 views. Woohoo! My last one about the one before that only had 30 views, so that's going viral for me. All right, where do I? Okay, here we go.
She was Candace's friend. Why are you up here talking smack about her?
She's not.
I haven't. I've been defending her the whole time, Daisy.
Daisy, she's not talking about I am.
Oh my God!
I literally just texted her and said, "I hope you're not mad at me because
I don't care." She's sitting up here saying that Candace is a liar and that she's smarter than what people
You
think.
are such a kiss ass. You are such a liar.
I didn't say she was a liar. I said I think
Daisy,
Candace is smart.
Daisy, let's get it right here. I'm the person that said that I don't believe a word that they say. Kate Crime has been defending her.
I've been sitting here defending them the whole time, Daisy.
I'm gonna let you.
I thought you.
Who did that?
I didn't say.
Who did that moo noise in the background? That was kind of funny. I don't know who did that out of nowhere. I think maybe it was Jam. I don't know who did that. This fast. You are such a liar.
I didn't say she was a liar. I said I think Candace is smart.
Daisy, let's get it right here. I'm the person that said that I don't believe that.
I said I think
Daisy,
Candace is smart.
Daisy, let's get it right here.
Candace is smart.
Daisy, let's get it right here. I'm the person that said that I don't believe that they.
Oh gosh, I'm easily amused. It was Jim. I was trying to do process of elimination to figure out who it was. Oh, Yanni, that Yanni chick. I just like yeah, she's definitely worse than Daisy. I mean, gosh. That girl needs to take her meds. Yeah, so I added in that little moo, you know, just so, and then I had an arrow pointing down to whose comment was that? Let me see. Let's see.
Kate Crime has been defending her.
I've been sitting here defending them the whole time, Daisy.
Hold on, let's see.
I thought you was
Me because
I don't
because I
care.
was
She's sitting up here
you.
saying that Candace is a liar and that she's smarter than what people
You
think.
are such a kiss ass. You are such a liar.
I didn't say.
Right there, I have an arrow pointing down to Kate U's comment. Daisy, are you on crack? Oh man. I heard that she was from that Devil Girls channel. That 666 lady. So I heard another little tidbit about Fred today that none of us knew. At least, and I've done their family tree and everything. And this is the crazy stuff that happens in that area. So, and this is not uncommon, what I'm about to tell you. Fred's father, real father, biological father, is not Ronald. His biological father is actually his brother, or his brother, his Ronald's brother, Clarence. Then his two older sisters, they also have different fathers as well. There you go. Okay. Yeah, so I was just messaging with Fred today, and he said, because he was telling me about his history with his sisters, and he said that they're really evil, that they will go, what did he say? He said, she will go through the gates of hell to hurt anyone. And he's talking specifically about, and she's the one that was emailing me. She emailed me, at least she emailed me the envelope. But anyway, she doesn't want to show it. So I'm not going to, bother her about it. Whatever. She claims that she's trying to protect the Cotton's family. But according to Fred, he said, when I told him what his sister was saying, he said, I said, your sister said she's not going to show the lie detector because it could upset Cotton's family. What was in it? And he said, there's nothing to upset anyone. She's a piece of shit. You have no idea. She's got a lot of skeletons in her closet, if you know what I mean. But I have no problem showing it when I get out. And he says there's a copy on public records. So I don't know how to get it from public records, but it would be through TBI, I guess. I guess contact TBI, a FOIA request or something. I don't know. I don't know why it would be a public record thing though, because and I don't see how it hurts any case really, because lie detector tests aren't even admissible. It's just a something for them to use, law enforcement to use as kind of like, a tool. But he says there's nothing in it that could upset anybody. I don't know, unless it's like it's showing Fred told the truth about some stuff about Cotton, then I guess it might upset the family, I guess. But I was like, okay, that's cool. I'll just tell everybody you'd rather not show it. I said, I don't care because I believe Fred anyways. I don't know what she's trying to pull, but I don't understand it. I said, she's trying to control. It just seems like she's really controlling. And I said, did you tell her to grab the mail? Why does she have it? And he said, no, she just got it. And he's sending me, I don't have my, he's trying to message me, but it's like he's out of money on his account, but I can't keep adding him. If anybody wants to message with him, you'd probably have to add money on his chirp though, for the messages to go through, but just email me and let me know. But I said, did you tell her to grab the email? Why does she have it? And he said, no, she just got it. I said, that's illegal. It was not addressed to her. Your sisters are so nosy, LOL. And he said, exactly my point. I said, she is using it as some type of control type thing. And I told her it's not up to her. That is not her test. And he said, exactly. That's the way they are. Control freaks. She said, sorry, they're like that, but not me. She always stood behind a lot of demons that will come to light one day. And I said, I just feel bad they're like that to you. He said, it's been like that all my life. I don't expect them to change now, LOL. And so it says, I just don't consider them in my outside life. If it don't revolve around them, you're not a part of them. Just Karen. Okay. Then he said Karen has been to prison, but Julie has not. But there's things that she's done that she should have. But yeah, and then he starts telling me that about his real father was actually Okay, so she was very young. Okay, I just got a PayPal for somebody that wanted me to send it to Laura. I'll do that. I'll show a screenshot. Actually, I could probably do it. Well, hold on. He says, now I haven't, Mom was like 14 when she got pregnant with Julie, 17 with Karen, and 20 with me. Okay, so those were the three oldest, and I guess the two girls were by, Clarence was not my real father, not my sisters, but they were brothers. So Clarence was Fred's biological father, but he said that they look like twins, that Ronald and Clarence look like twins, but they're actually 1.5 to 2 years age difference. Or no, I don't know how old their age difference is actually. He said that they look like twins, but was not. Ronald's twin. Ronald had a twin, but it passed away when he was 1.5 or 2 years old, and he had gotten a hold of some kind of poison, which is really weird. I hear a lot about poison surrounding this family. It's strange. So he says, I said, hey, sorry. Okay, he says, what's up? You're quiet today. You okay? I said, hey, sorry. I'm just waking up. Everything is good. Have to get ready for appointment. By the way, your sisters are really mean. Why? LOL. And he says, they always been pieces of shit. I'm nothing like that. Matter of fact, I have a different father. My real dad was Clarence Hill. Julie's dad was Ronald Hill, and Karen's was and Karen's dad was a Morlock. Fucked up, isn't it? They don't tell just what they want people to believe. Very seldom that people tell the truth. People likes hearing lies. No one likes the truth. Society today cannot handle the truth. People thrive off lies and negativity. When someone tells the truth, it hurts their feelings. Truth does hurt because and that's he didn't it does I don't know, it must have been a typo. I said, why did your mom have so many fathers? I said, was it dad? I know his dad was really sick, so I thought maybe it was because like he was really sick. A lot of times, like back in the older days, I mean, I know it wasn't that old, like long ago, but if your husband would pass, sometimes here, come here, I'll put you up there. Come here. If their husband would pass, sometimes they would marry the brother. The brother would marry him. But no, what happened is, I guess the mom had gotten with Clarence and one of the sister, I guess is the youngest when she started being with Ronald, has Ronald for her father, but Fred and one of his sisters do not have the same father as the rest of them, which is something I had no idea about. But he goes, Ronald fathered us like he had no idea. He said a decent father figure. So it sounds like the guy was a really good guy, actually. And he says that his one sister's like that because he goes, that's the Morlock in her. That's what he says. He goes, oh, that's what he says. Let's see, where did he put that or say that? He was saying she's like that because Karen, it must be Karen. Right, don't let her control you in any way. She will go through the gates of hell to hurt anyone. And that's what he's talking about is Karen. Promise what she will, he said. And he goes, that goes back to the Morlock side. he blames Karen being a mean person on being related to the Morlocks, or her father being a Morlock. Biological, but they all know Ronald as like their father figure. Okay, let me send that real quick to somebody. Sent me 25 to send to Laura, so let me figure that out real quick. Okay. So what's everybody think? Fred likes the life out there. He doesn't want it any other way, I don't think. All right. just sent that to the person who had me do that. I just sent it. And I will show you it. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I don't think you can send pictures in a TikTok message, can you? You'll never leave the mountains. If anybody wants to come up and talk about anything, let me know. Or the links at the top is pinned. You don't have to let me know. But last night was I don't understand why even Daisy came in and had even said anything. It didn't make sense besides the fact that she was just trying to white knight and, normal Daisy shenanigans. Was sold to a drywaller. I read just something about it. Oh, I've never heard anything like that. I know he's trying to message me. But I can't. She's a freak. We're just talking about whatever, Victoria. Not really much anything. No, it's the sisters that have chosen to. Well, especially one of them. Karen, for some reason, I think is. I thought maybe she had a good reason. I was like, okay, maybe she is right about not showing the test. Maybe it does have some stuff in it that's sensitive nature or whatever. But Fred's like, there's nothing in that that's going to hurt anybody. So I don't know. When we drive to her house, we had to go up. Who are you talking about? Hey, Kathy. I still didn't get that letter, by the way, that you said you sent to me. I would think it would be here by now. It's crazy. I'm texting Laura right now and telling her that I just sent her 25 from somebody who wanted me to send it to her. So someone wanted me to send you. That's from. Okay. Mm-hmm. So. Let's look what's up. If there's anything. I did see that Michelle After Dark went over our live last night. Well, actually, she did a comparison, I guess, between stuff Laura and Fred said. But I didn't watch all of it. Only parts of it. See, the thing is, though, we're going to have to remember is that day was just any other day to them at first. and nobody's going to really be watching the time, except they had to be at that scrapyard place by 4:00 because it closed. I don't think that the scrapyard or the place they went to was in Church Hill. That's what we originally thought. Do you guys remember where Laura said it was? Was it Hilltop? Something called Hilltop or something? Huh, that's crazy, Kathy. Oh, yeah, I heard now that Don is trying to, saying he needs $5,000 or something. Oh, shoot, now she wants me to send her that link to, what was the channel? I guess, what was that channel last night? Okay, Another Realm, that's the channel. She wanted, I guess it would be this one. And Laura wanted to tell you, Lucky Lou, she wanted to tell you thank you. Sport those programs, Hilltop Savage. Oh yeah, I guess Don is trying to say he needs $5,000 to submit his DNA into a database to see if he's related to Baby Doe that was found in Carroll County, Virginia. But that's crazy. Do they really make parents pay? But to me, I don't trust that whole thing. I'm sorry. I don't trust that. I think he really needs it for probation because his probation is about that much too. He owes $4,000 on his probation or something like that, several thousand. I would think it would be free too. I mean, I'm surprised that they would ask for money from a missing child's family and be like, "Oh no, you have to give us $5,000. We won't test it." You would think it would be all part of the stuff the investigation does, law enforcement. If that is true, that's shitty. I would think so too. I don't know. That's something I would definitely check into before you donate money to that because something doesn't sound right there, in my opinion. I just got a message from Laura. I was reading about 4,000 probation, 1,000 celebration Coke. I don't know how you would be blocked. That means you would have been blocked from StreamYard, so you must have did something crazy. Who are you? I literally only have 4 people blocked. He'll turn on a crack fairy again and run away and float away. Yeah. I wonder. A nose hair trim. Me. Okay. Summer Wells. So I saw somewhere, I just saw this video where Michelle After Dark is saying something about Fred being cleared. I don't think he's cleared. He says he's cleared, but he's not cleared until law enforcement says he is. That's weird that you would be blocked, because what was your old screen names? Looking back for a video to see what's been posted within the last filter this week, at least. I guess people have been sending Laura like hateful messages or something. Well, yeah. So whoever Don is saying that he needs 5,000 to submit his DNA, he's not being honest, because somebody just sent me a screenshot from the website, the NamUs website, and it is funded by, here, I'll show you guys. Here's a screenshot from the website. So it says the National Institute of Justice, through the NamUs program, provides funding and support to perform nuclear DNA testing, including Y-STR and mitochondrial DNA analysis for missing and unidentified person cases from across the country. NamUs is partnering with recognized ISO-accredited CODIS laboratories across the country that are capable of developing and uploading mitochondrial DNA profiles to CODIS. So right here it says it provides funding and support to perform DNA testing. I don't think, I'm not sure who Don is saying this to, but I've heard through, he's lying. We'll just say that. Those funds are not unlimited. Well, still, he doesn't need to pay. They're not going to have him pay for something like that. That's crazy. Probably, Stephanie. You'll visit. I had a DNA test to see if someone was related for $100 through a private lab. Well, this is different because I think because it's different because it would have to be, it's not hit. It wouldn't be him because the person deceased would be it would be tested to see if it's his daughter. So it's done a different way. I'd have to see if mitochondrial DNA can be extracted from a descendant. I don't know. I was just sent that screenshot, but I hardly believe that they're going to make Dawn pay $5,000. So supposedly law enforcement requests the kit from NamUs, and then they do the DNA test and send it in. So I don't know where he is getting this information. So I got an email just a little bit ago too that says, and I'm not even going to say the person's name because they're just trying to get attention, but it had to do with my live the other day where it says, welcome to my life. They're saying I doxed them in this when I was somehow. They said to ask me to take down this video where I'm doxing them. Do people know what doxing means? Like, how the hell would I want to see where I dox somebody in this live. I'm not taking down the video. I need a timestamp if you think that you were accidentally doxed here. I don't know how. Okay, I see the name. Her name was. I can see the name right there. Is a name doxing? when I don't know. We'll blur it out for, I'm not taking down the video. Dawn knows it ain't Summer. He's just trying to look innocent because he knows it's not her. Law enforcement said it couldn't be Summer. He's so annoying. Dawn worked under a table with no taxes, no insurance. Yep. And then they said they sit in another one, I guess, to the Attorney General. Like, talk about waste of resources, like, in a bugaboo. I sent one in for what? God. Well, she used to go by her name on here, so, I mean. Not according to YouTube, it's not doxing. It has to be an email, an address, social security number, something like that. A name is not doxing according to YouTube. I mean, as far as them making you take it down, you have to take it down if it's, or you have to edit it out if it's like gives more personal information, like even an email address you're not really supposed to put up there, I guess, or put in a video. Now, I think people just want something to complain about, to try to make anything they can a reach, to try to make somebody look bad. Oh, look what she did. Oh my God, look what she did now. It's just an exaggeration. I know, I wish Chad would come out and speak. That would be awesome. Oh, I'm purposely not mentioning any names because I know what people are trying to do. It's gross. Well, see, this person, whatever. I didn't mean to in that recent video. I definitely did not. I was trying to cover up stuff. I just I didn't notice that I showed it. I didn't notice I showed her name. Yeah, it does have to be for malicious reasons, yeah. Stop being blackmailed. He always needs 4K. Yeah, if something like that happens and somebody needs me to take something out of my video, it would help if they sent me a timestamp because, I'm not taking down a whole video for somebody just because they want to try to be controlling or just be an asshole. She would have had to have x-rays on where those be. Dawn said she can. Well, I guess that the baby doe in Carroll County, it's not a full skeleton. I guess part the mandible is missing, so their dental records wouldn't help. Well, I don't mind blurring out something if somebody's actually wants, I don't care about that. I mean, I will do that. If somebody's legit doesn't want, you just have to, I have no problem doing that. He didn't ask for money for that either. Somebody said he was asking for $5,000 for, let's see. He's hinting. Oh, okay. So you just gotta go to a dentist if the parents don't have insurance since they're still losing their. Because they I don't know. I don't know why, and because that's where the person lives, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, they could have got Medicaid insurance easily for the kids at the very least. Somebody sent him an ancestry test. He can put it on GEDmatch. I guess there's different databases and stuff. I would just think that would be something that law enforcement was doing. So it's pretty disturbing to know. I would think at this day and age, they would have a way to run these Jane and John Does through databases and I don't know why they don't cross reference. I'm told they don't cross reference. Well, why not? You would think the FBI would be able to get anything. Crooked Arrow is Auntie Sherry. That is on Daisy's panel all the time. Oh, have I seen a Crooked Arrow? Is she in here? That's fine if she's in here, but I can't imagine her being like, she seems pretty nice, isn't she? Or am I wrong? Hold on one second. Okay. You poop in a box and mail it in? What? Poop in a box and mail it in? Police have to want the they asked for years to get tested. Police have to want the test. Like in the last Long Island medium victim ID, they asked for years to get tested as they didn't have the money. And then only recently police asked and it was her. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, the police have to have their eye on it and actually doing something about it. You have to probably get law enforcement on it, like, hey, will you check that Carroll County Jane Doe, they should be on law enforcement about that. Cheryl will give it. Maybe she'll do a GoFundMe for him. I think Daisy treats Sherry like crap. It's kind of sad. No. I was just, my daughter walked in the room and we were talking. What was on her post, Cinder Element? Was it about was it her that mentioned $5,000 or something? Because I just got it through the grapevine, so it could be false for sure. Wouldn't surprise me if his DNA turned up in some unsolved murders. Oh gosh. Ew, can you imagine what her feet look like? Oh no, she's not one to really wear shoes. I wouldn't think anyways. Now I was responding to, where is that comment? Oh yeah, he could have made a pretty decent amount of money before I looked it up. He would have had to made over, like, I think it was like $80,000 to not be included or to not be able to get Medicaid insurance for his kids because of how many kids they had and stuff. It's pretty easy to get Medicaid insurance. It's just the other type of assistance is much harder to get. Like as far as how much you can make and stuff. They probably still would have been able to get some food stamps though, because of how many kids there were in the family and only one parent working. I'm sure she's got funds for a good old petty. Oh, okay. There's Sherry. Well, you're welcome here. You can hang. I just don't want you to get shit for, being here, because some creators like to control where people go, but that's true. It doesn't have to be about the Carroll County Doe. It just could be. I don't understand why it hasn't been done. That's crazy to me. Does Summer have a birth certificate and social security number? Probably, because they've had CPS involved and stuff, so I would guess. Yay, thank you, bees. Thank you, bees. She has funds for R&R, but not for child support. Yeah. I wonder why he said he got cleared and cotton stuff, because wasn't it ruled an accident? See, I don't know if he's like, we were wondering if he's possibly using cotton as a, like saying cotton as kind of a, like maybe he can't, because since he can't talk about Summer's case, maybe he's saying cotton instead. I don't know, because I didn't know it was ever really a question. It was ruled an accident, but he was asked something about if he was telling the truth about the information he gave. You know, he was asked something like that due to Summer's case about the cotton situation. Auntie Sherry, don't listen to Yanni. She is scamming vulnerable people with her. Yeah, I never would say something. I would never, ever say, oh, somebody's going to die or somebody's going to have a heart attack. That is bad juju. No, thank you. Remember, though, in 1 hour, Clutch Them Pearls is going to be live with Daisy's Bashems. Tarot readings. Cotton's place is right near Laurel Run Park. His place, his backyard, basically is Laurel Run. So somebody made me a little intermission that I can use when I go to the bathroom and stuff. So I'm going to play it here in a second when I go to the bathroom, but not right this second. Here, 1 second. I thought of that mattress when the rumor was Candace was pregnant. I really did. My mind went to that mattress. Oh, yeah. Get state help. Oh, does he have welfare fraud? If that's true, then yeah, he can't get any assistance. That's true. But surely they could still at least get the kids insurance, right? Wouldn't they allow at least some insurance for the kids? Oh, we know you're smart, Sherry. We know you're a smart cookie. Yeah, I can see you, Grace. Yeah, I would think that they would allow the children to have Medicaid. Maybe not Dawn, but and it's super easy to get with that. Right, spiritual being. All right, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick and use the bathroom, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna play a video that somebody made for my intermissions that I thought was a good idea. So I don't know if it will take the whole, it's a 3-minute video, but I'll probably be back before then. So be right back.
I try to figure out who I am. Not sure what I'm doing here. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do is look at me. Sometimes I can't breathe, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me.
I'm trying my best to hold on. It's not easy, but I'm feeling stronger with you. And the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Sometimes I can't see, but it feels like you're the one who saves me. When I try, but don't succeed. Yeah, it feels like you're the one who saves me. The one who saves me. No, I can't get enough of what you do.
Oh my gosh, guys. I about face planted on the way back here. Ow! My daughter's cracking up. Oh man, I about face planted. Seriously. I almost literally fell into the, like, my whole setup right here. I tripped over something and it was like, oh man. It was a good save though. Anyone think this blue couch could be in the school bus, or maybe that disgusting mattress? I don't believe that property was searched 11 times. Carpeting can be a killer, I know, right? You hear her laughing? And I had a drink in my hand too, so it would have been bad. Like, Diet Coke would have gone everywhere, all over my laptop and everything. So in the description of this video, I have, let me see. I'm going to be hanging out over at Clutch Them Pearls here in a little bit. When, let's see, I'm trying to copy it so I can put it in chat for you guys if you guys want to be there too. It's going to be, I think, in an hour. You get your cards read. He mows the Wells lawn when they were gone? Does he really? Didn't know where, how, or why. It bugged me for days. I kept talking about it. Which is sad. Let me go back to her other comment. And thanks for not taking us to the potty with you. Oh, I have before. You just didn't know it. I predicted the fires in Hawaii. Just a feeling of impending doom for many. Oh, okay. Yeah. Amy hates people on YouTube that she's never met for real hate. I know, it's scary. Did I play that yesterday? What had happened on her panel? I was like, oh, hell no. Who is this lady? And I don't think that lady was expecting me to go up on panel because I think it looks like Daisy deleted it. Because there was a video 3 hours ago and one 2 days ago, so she must have deleted it. Why? What happened what happened yesterday, Jane? Oh, you mean the fights you got into? I was just trying. No, I'm not mad at you for it, but I hope you're not mad at me for not stepping in. You know how I am. I try not to get involved in the middle of it. Because I kind of agreed with both of you, actually. But I know that I agreed with both of you about your points. Like I know Don did sleep with Summer without clothes on, and I know that he took showers with her. I know that is true, so it's not making up anything. It's true. Took me a second to think of what you were talking about. So no, I'm not mad. Daisy doesn't hate anybody. She's like me. Well, some people don't. I would never. Well, I usually wouldn't read somebody's cards without their permission, but it was just Daisy. What I was asking was Daisy's, what her intentions are in the Summer Wells community. It wasn't digging into her life or anything crazy. It was just that. But, that's okay. I won't read her cards anymore. It was all in fun. Is it true that you're having Fred's baby? No, I had my tubes tied after my last child. And it's the truth because I say it is. After my only child. Can I prove that? It's none of your guys' business. It's none of your beeswax. You're just supposed to believe everything I say. Neighbor had text message about Gracie and Fred Hill Monkey. Wait, what? I know you were kidding. That's why I thought it was funny. I like to be made fun of. Seriously. I think it's funny. I don't, especially if it's about stuff that I know is my flaws or I know is my little quirks and stuff. They didn't agree with certain things. We had to tell everyone to be respectful. We will know in 9 months, right? If I suddenly have a baby, you guys give. Oh, I'm just babysitting. Kind of, we'll do it like maybe I could kind of just slowly bring the baby in. You know, oh yeah, I was babysitting. Kind of like what happened with Bandit. I'll just say I was babysitting and the mother just gave me the baby. That's not exactly what happened with Bandit, but your materials for school have been shipped. Caitlin? Huh? Oh, your school materials have been shipped. It should be here probably in time for your school to start. Hopefully that computer will start working again since it's school time. If not, we'll call them, I'm sure. We have to make your, what do you want your username to be? Because I had to make our accounts, I guess. So, let's see. A sweet little mullet, baby. Oh, well, thank you, Roger. Are you really a guy? There's very little guy. There's not very men around these parts. If I had so many kids as I was accused, I'd be. Oh, really? Well, thank you, bees. I have been trying to take certain people's advice lately, especially with my channel. Because I'm going to be really putting a lot of focus on if I'm going to do this, I need to do it. You know what I mean? Like I need to really, if I'm wanting to do this YouTube thing, I have to stay committed and do it. I can't half-ass it. He had to submit a sample in Arkansas for probation. It's court order. Not sure if that would work, but yeah. See, I was heard that they don't cross reference. But I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't, because you would think that the FBI could do anything, but see here. Did I say thank you to Arkansas? Thank you so much, Arkansas. I really appreciate it. my daughter was like, so bougie. She started on the 1st of August. Wow. Caitlin starts Thursday. We thought it was going to be the 2nd, but no, I was very confused, obviously. Thank you, Nini's. You're blocked from the panel? Oh. Huh. That's weird. Let me see. I could turn off the guest must authenticate part unless we start getting, okay, try it now. I'm not going to be on for much longer because I'm getting off here before Justin's live, but we have a little bit of time. So you can try again. And thank you so much, Arkansas Sassy, and those who donated and are supporting the channel, like Reapers. It says you can, I think you can now, Reapers. I changed it so that you don't have to put in, like, you shouldn't have any issues. I did have it set up where you have to log in because there was a lot of people, like, you know, trying to porn bomb and crazy shit. You want your camera on? Is that okay? Okay. No, she turned it off. Okay. Hello. Sorry about that. But I wanted to say, I wanted to thank everybody, though, for the donating and supporting this channel. That's the only way I'm able to keep this channel going for us. We have an awesome community over here, so I appreciate it. What's up, Reapers? Sorry,
I don't even know now.
Loud.
Oh. I don't even know now. I forget.
Oh, you're good. You're good. We could just keep talking. You can kind of, if you want to chime in, it's fine.
Did anyone ever notice on Daisy's chat whenever she's got that person growling at her and in her back chat?
They were actually growling and stuff.
Yeah. Did you ever notice, or anyone else? When Candace is up on panel, they won't say anything, but when Candace drops, that's when it starts again.
Huh. I don't know. I'll have to pay attention to that and see. It would be great. I never thought it was Candace, but I would think it's, I don't know. It seems like Levid. The way he said.
She did a video today with her feet in water, splashing around. It was like 1minute and 48 seconds. It was weird.
Oh, really? Is it on the, what
it's
channel?
It's on her channel.
Let's see. Oh, her channel's Can, right? Can.
Yeah. And she was splashing her feet in water. It was so retarded.
Yeah, she is. I guess she's just, thank you for supporting the channel, K-Crime. Keeps me going on here. Okay.
And I have been talking about that Carroll County, Virginia baby doe forever, and no one believes me. But now that Dawn says it, everyone's interested that he's got to do DNA and whatever for that one. Now everyone's interested in looking into it. And I have said that it was the estimated time for that body was 2017. Estimation is not a positive.
Right. Because who knows where the body was at? You know, it could have been moved at some time and been in a different atmosphere.
Exactly. Have you heard Yeah, you've seen the video that she did with Ernie where it's all black, right? And she was like coughing and like gagging and all that crap. And he's like, that's not COVID, Candace. You need to go to a doctor. And she was gagging like she was going to puke. And she said, I can't do this. And then dropped a shovel.
Dropped a shovel?
That's what it sounded like. After she said, I can't do this. And it sounded like she dropped a shovel.
Oh, you mean when she was outside? Yeah, that was a crazy live. I remember it. Yeah, she was upset.
Yeah.
Is that you, K-Crime?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
I only wanted to. I was going to come up 5 minutes just to talk about PMI estimates real quick to explain why they need to be cross-referenced.
Mm-hmm.
You have time. You have time to talk about that. I know you're getting ready to get off of here.
Yeah, no, go ahead and mention it real quick. Yeah, I know that they can't be. I mean, I know different subs or different elements kind of affect that PMI.
Right. And so the media said 2017. The medical examiner never said 2017. That's just what media said, going off of the PMI estimate, because they are probably also, they're not, they don't know really about how PMI estimates work. So the reason why, I feel they need to be tested. Well, first off, they need to be in the system no matter what, because there's hundreds of children found in different things that they need to be cross-referenced against, like for a long time. Even if, they say they feel it's an abduction. I mean, any of these states could have had a child found then that could have been Summer. They don't know. So they absolutely need to be in this system. It doesn't cost them anything to be in this system. What happens is they go to NamUs, they request the testing. It gets sent to their local law enforcement. Their law enforcement does this test in a sterile environment. It has to be a sterile collection because this is official. Then the law enforcement seals it and sends it back to NamUs, and they take care of all of it. They have funding and resources. It does not cost the family anything. This is a program through NamUs for missing children and missing people.
I wonder, did you hear? I don't know where I don't know where people are getting that Don was asking for 5,000. I don't know if it's a true state, if he really is.
Well, I never heard that, but he could be also misinformed. A lot of people are misinforming him about this, and and saying I wanted to collect their DNA. I never wanted to collect their DNA. What am I going to do with their?
Oh, really, Arkansas? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm talking to Mark Arkansas. That's really interesting to know. Can I message you? Because somebody is abusing the resource or abusing the resources there, and I think I should I guess I could just contact them myself, the Attorney General. You don't have to get in the middle of it, but that is interesting to know, Arkansas. So, I don't know what happened to Reaper. She dropped, and she just, I know she's interested. Everybody was interested in this, the Carroll County doe at one point. We talked about it for a while, but it kind of just got forgot about because I think people assumed it wasn't Summer Wells after a while when, when nothing was ever mentioned. I didn't know that, she never got tested. She never got tested for.
Well, she's never been, nothing's ever been tested against anybody because they've never no one's ever done a kit and uploaded their DNA to the missing and exploited children and the NamUs Foundation. Nobody has. So how could they even compare her to anybody found? They can't.
I would think that they would be able to cross-reference with other, with his DNA being in prison database.
It's a completely different process. First of all, they need mitochondrial DNA to cross-reference, and that could only come from Candace. So that's another thing, because they have a a complete mitochondrial DNA profile, but they do not have a complete profile on the child. That the problem is and I'm going to say right now, this is a trigger warning for anybody. I don't want to, cause anybody that hearing this, any
Yeah, I
disdain
just
or
think
anything.
that,
But
I have to say thank you to Nurse Sandy for sending the Cash App and supporting the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
no, what I was going back to was, they need mitochondrial DNA, and that can only come from Candace. It has to be a sterile, official collection through a law enforcement agency, medical examiner, or coroner. It has to be. And so this isn't something they can just take a toothbrush, because this is going to be put into a database to compare against, every time they find something, And so the Carroll County, the remains that were found, they were partial remains.
Right.
So that was one thing. The other thing is they were in complete decomposition, in complete decomp. So complete decomp can happen in just 6 months. And after complete decomp, they really cannot give an estimate on the time of death after complete decomp, because there's nothing really to go by, because all the tissue is not there anymore, because tissue is what they use to get a more accurate time of death, but they can't on that. The other thing was these remains were found in the middle of this guy's field, in a trash can, a field that he mows all the time, and it's a farming area. So this trash can wasn't there. That he had, it showed up there in the recent to the time that he reported it in September of 2022. So it came from somewhere else. So somebody put it there. So you don't know, because of that, you could absolutely not get an accurate time of death, because they do not have any idea what the elements or condition that those remains were in the time from, the child being deceased to the time of recovery of the remains. So because they don't know that, they cannot get an accurate PMI. They could have put the child's remains could have been on the ground in an ant pile or something. So it looks like more decomposition happened and then picked up and put in the trash can. You don't know. So
Right.
that is why this is something that really needs to be looked into, and I went back in and I started looking and studying into PMI, and I noticed that, like, any PMI estimate that was done after full decomp is always inaccurate. They can't give, there's actually, there should have been something listed with that report on NamUs, and I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't, because usually with a PMI, it'll have the number, like, of the year or months that they think it is, and then next to it there'll be a percentage rate of what their what they believe the accuracy is on them, on what they said, and it doesn't have that, though. So that's why. The other thing is, if they said 2017, why did they compare a child that went missing in 2019? One of the children that was excluded was a child that went missing in 2019.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said they hadn't tested anybody yet.
No, 2 children have been excluded.
Okay.
They also tested a child that had been missing for over 20 years, that Logan Bowman, who went missing in that area, 20 years prior to the time of discovery of these remains. So they obviously, if they are testing a child that went missing 20 years before, and then a child in 2019, they know that the PMI estimates can be inaccurate. Law enforcement knows this. So I don't know. I don't know who.
Right. I mean, I know all about that because of the Chris Watts case and the decomposition and stuff that was talked about, how, when she had alcohol in her system and stuff, and people were like, well, that could be from decomp, and it could, there's different things that, the weather, it has an effect on how fast a body will decompose, where, if it's in water, if it's in humid, humidity, if it's in a dry climate, if it's, you know what I mean? If it's,
Exactly.
gosh, this is going to be somewhere where there's snow all the time, it's going to decompose a lot slower.
Right. And there are a lot of reports that you can read. Remains found in hotter climates always have a overestimated PMI, and remains found in cooler climates always have an underrated PMI, and that's just a known fact. So, there is no accurate science on getting a PMI estimate after full decomp. That's just they say it. They're really trying to come up with ways to do it, but they can't. And so
what is up with this? I haven't heard about Candace being on OnlyFans.
I'll say that's just people being mean. That's people just lying and being mean. I really, and if there is, it's because somebody is catfishing as her. That would be it. With all these trolls lately, I could find it very possible people could be catfishing as her. Right now you have a lot of trolls going around, but I just wanted to mention why, and that, because people keep saying 2017. Yes.
I have a question.
Okay.
First of all, I think someone dropped the ball on this.
Right.
In law enforcement. That's my first opinion. And now I forget my question because I'm who I am and I forget things. Let me think about it. Don't go so fast. I got a question. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, I was just talking, about the PMI estimates, and then I was saying I don't believe with the trolls that's Candace, having an OnlyFans. First off, Candace wouldn't even know how to do OnlyFans. If there is an OnlyFans, somebody did it for her. I don't think she would know how to do it.
How to make a picture of her?
It's probably a picture of somebody that looks similar, and it's that's it, because I really highly doubt that at all. She doesn't really even know how to set her YouTube up correctly, and things like that.
Are Dawn and Candace, are they feeling apprehensive? Are they saying they don't want to do it because they thought you wanted their DNA, or they do want to do it, or what's the deal?
What's happened is people have come back to them and said things to them that are inaccurate. I don't know, and it's completely has them confused.
What is the inaccuracy type things that they're saying? I'm just
well,
curious.
First off, they're saying it can't absolutely be summer because it was 2017. It says it, the police say it and all that, and that's not even true. That because a news media took the PMI and wrote an article about it, because media said it in an article off of the 5-year PMI, not knowing what post-mortem interval estimates are. You have to know what you're talking, before you say 2000. They just said 2017 because they were counting back from that time frame 5 years.
Okay,
so that's one thing. And then the other thing is, I don't know. I said I want to get them to put their DNA into this database. I got to get them to get their DNA. I never one time said I was going to try to get their DNA and take.
So are they going to do it, or are they still apprehensive?
They were going to do it until these other creators came in and other people that
Dear
are in
God, what would
some of these
stop
chats,
you?
and they tried to shut it down.
What could they have
I don't know.
said? Jesus, what could they? I want to say this to Dawn and Candace. What could anyone say to you that would stop you from doing this to find your baby, if it is your baby?
It doesn't even have to. This doe is one in hundreds. That's the
it may
thing.
not.
It doesn't have to be this child, but they need to upload to NamUs, so anything that's found can be compared. That's my point.
See, and it makes me angry, and it makes me suspicious as to why they wouldn't want to put their DNA in. And that makes me angry.
They're uninformed. They
need to get informed. If I was uninformed about something, I'd damn sure get informed.
Unfortunately, other people coming forward and keeping them uninformed.
You know who they need to talk to get informed?
Call law enforcement.
That's right, Ziggy. They need to contact law enforcement.
Well, you can't do it without you can't get someone's DNA without a warrant. The parents have to request the kit.
If I was her mother, my ass would be at the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office pounding on that door, demanding they take my DNA, demanding they take Dawn's DNA now. And then whatever you got to do to get it.
There's also many times that along highways and at truck stops, children's clothes are found with blood on them and things like that. Those things get turned into NamUs, and they actually get cross-referenced in the database against parents with missing children, those children's DNA. And this we could have, who knows, there could have been a trace all the way back to a different state or anything, finding evidence along the way that could have been compared to Summers this whole time. But because nobody has done this.
How are you not angry? I would be angry.
I'm not angry because they're misinformed. They don't know. They don't know.
Well, then they need to get informed. And the way to get informed
I tried
to talk to TBI directly, them, not their PIs, not any other idiots that are around them. Talk to someone who knows what they're talking about. You know what you're talking about.
They can't collect DNA without a warrant. Okay.
Well, I understand that completely.
The parents do.
That wouldn't be.
This isn't even a law enforcement issue. This isn't a law enforcement issue. They only use law enforcement so that they could get an official or coroner or medical examiners. They are licensed to take this official DNA sample. They have to witness it and process it, put it in the bag and send it back to NamUs. It has to be an official collected sample.
That's why they
can't just be an ancestry thing. It can't be ancestry or anything.
They have to be. Who do they need to be begging? They need to be figuring out.
So on the NamUs website, there are links there that you say you're the family and you want to submit your DNA and you request. You put in all your information and you give them your law enforcement agency that is handling your case, and you request the kit, and that's all you have to do. And it doesn't cost any money to the family. NamUs they fund it. Those kits get sent it would be sent to Hawkins County, or it could even be sent to TBI, depending on which enforcement agency they want to write down that they want their kit sent to. And then they will call them in once they get the kit. They can submit their DNA. They give the DNA sample with the witnesses and the official seal and everything on it. And then the law enforcement agency sends it back to NamUs and to their database. And it goes in, and they have, medical centers that do this.
But it's cool. I mean, you know what I mean? That's like the process of how it happens. We need them to put their data in. We don't. That's all we needed them to do is like contact you. Right. Begging. We don't need to know how it happens. They need to be contacting.
Well, okay, you're explaining it so people can understand because
initiate it. Okay, crime. Who needs to be the initiator?
Candace or Dawn, or even their PIs can do it if they're sitting with them, because they have to officially request this kit, because you can't just submit someone's DNA without they have to be the ones wanting to do it. It's illegal to just take someone's DNA like that. There has to be
I'm not saying they should just jerk their
process.
DNA from them. It's I know what it is to get someone's DNA for something like that. What I'm saying is they really, really, really should contact them, and they really should get informed. If they're misinformed, they need to get informed correctly and get the ball rolling.
It doesn't even have to be about this Carroll County doe. It has to
I
be
understand. No matter what, I didn't even know this existed.
Yes, it exists. It exists. And the other thing, that they did not realize, is the fact that law enforcement has their case that they're doing, but it has nothing to do with a missing child. You trying to use the resources and programs for having a missing child. So it's two separate things, really. Law enforcement doesn't help. They help search the first couple days.
But why? They should have done something by now. Like, you don't think,
law enforcement only tries to they are only there to create a criminal case and prosecute and find enough evidence to put in front of to prosecute somebody. So if there's never ever going to be
I
anything
disagree
solved
with
in this
that. I'm
with
sorry.
this criminal case,
Respectfully, I disagree with that.
how do you
I
disagree
agree.
with
Disagree
that?
as
There's
well.
not a there's other agencies that help search for children and do things. Hawkins County themselves, they are not an agency for searching for children. That's not what they do. They put together a criminal case that could go before a prosecution, and that's it. They're not looking for a child. They're only looking for evidence to create a case. That's it. All anybody wanting to try and find a child, you have to use other resources.
Law enforcement is there to only investigate, not to create a case. Creating a case, that's on the DA.
Well, I don't mean create a case. I mean investigate enough evidence to create a case to present in front
their
of
DNA
the DA.
and putting their DNA out there to see if their missing child is out there somewhere, wouldn't that be part of Summers' missing persons case?
No, not at all.
Two issues.
Not really.
Well,
two complete different issues.
Ziggy, if you don't mind, if you want to grab that link that I put into the back chat, that's the original article from the Carroll County child being found. And in that article, it says that law enforcement said it's from 2017. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's not more recent. And then on top of that, what you're talking about with CODIS and NamUs and things like that, scroll down a little bit. It's towards the bottom where it says 2017, right there.
Right, but that was something media said because media was told.
No, read that. Read that again.
I did
read that again.
Authorities
have not identified. Authorities have not identified who the remains belong to, but they believe the child was in the age range of 4 to 7. They also believe,
right.
Not the news. It's not the news making up information like you're alleging.
Law enforcement says it's just repeating because the coroner report said the PMI is 5 years.
There you go.
But PMI can be wrong.
Persons that are expertise in that field of science are saying that yes, this is from 2017. The news is just reporting what they've been told.
Right, but have you?
And then on top of that, what you're also trying to say about NamUs and CODIS, that's exclusively law enforcement. If the wells, if this was an issue where they needed DNA from the wells, they would have gotten the DNA from wells 2 years ago or a year ago, when they found this in Carroll County. They wouldn't be trying to collect on the DNA on it today.
Okay, see, you're another person that's putting information out that is misinforming them.
If the Don Wells has been for at least since the beginning of this year trying to raise $5,000. It started out with being that they wanted to hire a private investigator. They've never stopped trying to raise $5,000. They're coming up with a new excuse for this. It's possible that some of the money's for a PI, and if they're doing private lab testing, that private lab is not going to go through CODIS and NamUs and all these other federal programs. They're going to collect from the source.
Why would you do that? No, the misinformation, what I'm saying is that you're saying because of the PMI that it's absolutely 5 years, when if you look up anything about postmortem intervals after decomp, they cannot give an accurate estimate.
But even if it is from 2017, if they believe that, because I do know that things can make things, or certain elements can make stuff decompose. I just don't understand. My point is why haven't Don and Candace gave their DNA? They should have been begging to give their DNA for any does out there. You know what I'm saying? I say no matter what, even if it scratches the Carroll County case, why haven't they gave their freaking DNA?
I know Don has with his, criminal past and his incarcerations had to give DNA, but this is different. They need to give DNA where they can pull mitochondrial from Candace, and it needs to go into a different database. There's different databases that hold DNA that do not cross-reference, that It has to be in this familiar DNA database for comparing against these children and things that they find that they've gotten DNA off of. It's a completely different thing. They didn't realize it. They thought, like like everybody else is saying in here, like everyone else is saying, oh, they probably already have it with the toothbrush. Oh, they probably already got it. Oh, they have Dawn's. Oh, they all these things, that's the same thing that they're hearing from everybody that they're being misinformed about. This
I
has to be
understand what you're
uploaded.
saying.
It's a special database for people who have missing people and missing children. It needs to go in that database.
They need to
I'm
contact
trying
them
to
then.
say,
They need to do
irregardless of what anyone would say to me, if there was a chance that any child that has been found in the area or surrounding areas to where I lived and my child was missing, there would be nothing that would not a brick wall, not even the law would stop me from giving my DNA. It wouldn't stop me, because that's what mothers and fathers who want to know.
Right,
who
but
want to
nobody
find
has
their children.
nobody until now has come to them and explained to them how they have to do it and what they need to do. And even their PIs and their friends and their other channels that they talk to are telling them different. And I don't understand why. When the program
Well,
is
I
there,
certainly
it's
do.
right there. Okay, so it's on the Missing and Exploited Children's website. It's on NamUs. Those are the two national websites for trying to find people. Those are the databases that hold all the information and DNA to cross-reference against unidentified people and missing people. That's what they do.
Okay, so
And
you
that is where
explained,
they
you
need
did
to
explain
go.
this to Dawn and Candace. You
I
explained
try, and it's like these other people come in and just shut me down all the time. And they say, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. Oh, that child was, dead for years. This or that. I mean, it's all these things.
You would think they would try anything, though. You know what I mean? Like, you would think that they would have tried what you did.
passionate, maybe a little over triggered by it. I just, as a parent who has a daughter who is not with me anymore, no, she's not missing, but she's not here. It triggers me a little bit, because if there was one thing on this earth that I could do to get her here, or to know she's whatever, I would do it. It doesn't make sense to me. Nothing those two people do ever makes any daggone sense to me.
Well, one thing is, there's a lot of people in the background in their ears and telling them things and misinforming them, and it's disappointing, because some of these people have been around for a while, and when I come in and say something to them, they will
They can ask law
they'll
enforcement.
discredit me, and then they'll take what these other people say as fact over what I say, and it does hurt my feelings, even, because I only want to help them. I don't have anything in my heart.
Here's the problem, though.
Go ahead.
Here's the problem, though, with if you go and take the container, the trash can, and the contents of that trash can that child was found in, since everybody is trying to say it's that child, this is all about the child that's in Carroll County, and which does not make any sense to it being that child from Carroll County. Okay, you can take that to a lab technician that's good at their job. And with just a matter of minutes of a few tests, they'll know the composition of the plastic of that trash can.
Right, but then you're saying...
Hold on. Let me finish my point. And any other materials that are in there, the design of a blanket, the sleeping bag itself.
Right. So you're saying that...
Hang on. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Okay.
Let me finish my point. They will be able to test, and it is very well documented. Don't think for 1 second, okay, that because we live in a country that we have certain freedoms and things like that, that anything that's produced isn't so well documented that they can't pinpoint a location from a simple print pattern of something to where it was manufactured, what day and what year. So they don't need to rely on just the status of the state of the body They can look at other items and get the same exact information. That's why I believe they're saying 2017, and that's why I believe they are confident it's 2017.
No, because that would mean that trash can could have been sitting for 3 years somewhere before it was ever used. You're going to tell me they went out and bought the blankets, the sleeping bag, and the trash can the day they put the body in there?
I'm saying it was probably from different times of that same year.
It could have, these could have been blankets or anything from years prior. I mean, did you look at them? They don't even look that old, I'll be honest. They don't look old at all. Not something that's been sitting in the elements for 5 years. I'll say that much.
It doesn't matter whether if there's a minute chance that she could be or he could be or whatever's going on with that little baby in that trash can. If there's a minute chance it could be their child, they just need to do it and get it taken care of and find out. Then eliminate. Then we're all good. We know. Okay. And we know about every other one too that's come up before this.
I would think now that they know that, I hope that they're really going to start, working to get their DNA to wherever they need to get the DNA to.
Right. I just think they need to add their stuff to the NamUs database for future cross references of any child unidentified over the next or any small remains or evidence they find alongside the roads that could indicate something, that in the nation, especially if they're saying abduction, I feel like that needs to be done.
Kitty Cat, that's exactly my point. That's what I was saying about them being able to identify down to where the product was manufactured. But I don't think Don Wells would want to participate and actively help with something like that because of all the SA allegations that are hanging over his head currently. Why would you want to give up your DNA and be able to use to test against you?
RJ, 100%. That's what I've been thinking the whole time. I think he don't want his DNA out there, nor does she.
Well, he has his DNA encoded for crimes. He has his DNA that's encoded for crimes. This would only be.
Well, then what is he worried about?
They would have to have.
Only be to
you
be
have not
able
told me
to
one
match
piece
Summer's
of
DNA
misinformation that would stop me as a parent from doing it. There is not one ounce of thing that you have said to me and probably many other people in chat that was misinformation enough for me to think that I would not want to give my DNA. I would be giving it. Take it. Please have it. Please take it and find my child.
So
please.
It needs to go. It needs to go into the NamUs database for the missing and exploited children.
Okay, now that they know that, call NamUs.
And that's the thing. Well, they have. I can't. It's not something I can do for them. They have to do it for themselves because
if they don't do it, then that's just going to affirm everything
anyone
has ever thought of them.
So I told them they know, and now all we could do is just sit back and let them do it and watch to see if they do it. That's how I feel about it now. I was a little disappointed in it, and I'm disappointed in people trying to shut it down and give reasons why they shouldn't do it. Give reasons why the child found in Carroll County completely has
because there's more evidence pointing that this is not Summer.
Okay.
There's more evidence pointing that this is not Summer, not related to Summer. That's why you wouldn't do that. Plus, the allegations about SA hanging over Don Wells would land him in jail for another felony, and that's life for him. He's not going to cooperate.
Okay, RJ, explain this to me then. If they know so much it's not Summer, why would they test a young boy who was missing 20 years against this?
I think what RJ is saying, that
and they also
tested
they also tested a Hispanic little girl who went missing in 2009, and she was excluded. Why would that's so randomly? They're so opposite, and they tested 2 children already to exclude them from these remains. If they really truly believed that it's a child that was in 2017 and all these things that keep being said, why would they test and exclude these other children then? A Hispanic child who went missing in 2019 from New Jersey was compared and excluded.
to me, you're trying to argue apples and oranges. I could bring up a case in Philadelphia that in the Philadelphia area that just earlier this year they resolved after like 60 years or 50 years of a missing child being killed or child being killed that they just identified they had no identity on before because of the of sibling and the next generation's DNA.
That. I'm saying you're telling me it can't be her because of 2017 and there's more evidence saying it's not. Well, then I'm talking about this case, this Carol Doe case. They compared a Hispanic little girl who went missing in 2019 from New Jersey, and they also compared a little boy who went missing in Virginia 20 years prior to that. So they obviously the remains, they don't have enough remains to even determine if it is a female or a male child, first off, because the decomp was too bad. It's just partial remains.
By what you're saying, you have just as good of a chance as the remains of that child that was found in Carroll County in the woods as being Cody Bigsby as you do Summer Wells.
Absolutely. Well,
why are you not arguing for Cody Bigsby to be a DNA to be tested as well?
Because the remnants of hair that were found were 1 to 2 inch strands of straight hair.
Hello.
That's why there was hair found with the child. There was hair. And it was
RJ?
1 to 2 inch length strands of straight hair.
RJ, do you understand that it doesn't really matter if you are sure it's not her? I mean, I'm just saying, as a mother, it would take no coaxing whatsoever to give my DNA to find out if there is the tiniest chance. And I know mothers out there saying the same thing. You just want to know. Why wouldn't you give your DNA? Candace, do it. It's the right thing to do.
Jim, I 100% agree with you.
Not just that case.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. The problem is that you have one parent that refuses to have any contact with LE after they asked for that parent to come back in for additional questioning. Number two, you have the other parent that has so many SA charges again, potentially hanging over his head, who has a criminal past going back to his teenager years that would make Jack the Ripper look like he's a saint.
Hello.
Okay. I'm just saying that you're not going to get the cooperation out of these parents. They don't want Summer Wells being found. They don't care.
Hello.
They do not care. They care about their addictions, not their child. Sorry, Reavers.
Yes, RJ, I have a question for you, and I'm not trying to argue with you, but why are you so dead set against this could be Summer? Why?
Intuition.
I have intuition too, and I think it is.
I don't believe this has anything to do with
I agree with
Summer
RJ.
at all.
They still need to put their DNA in the system. I don't care. They need to put their DNA in the system no matter what for other possible does out there.
I don't think it is, but it could be possible it's her.
They still
and I just feel
DNA
like
it's
no matter who it is, eliminate the Wells.
It could be one step, one more step of to closing that out. Then okay, no, we don't need to look there anymore. You know what I mean? Why can't they do? I just wish they would do stuff like that. That's the thing. It's frustrating,
Well,
I
think
like
it's their choice,
is
and they're
dead set
choosing
against
not
them
to
having
because of
DNA done.
stupidness.
No. I'm not dead set against them having DNA done. I'm saying I'm trying to explain to everybody that this is why they will not.
Okay, so you're just trying to be right.
No, I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to tell you this is why they will not have it done.
But you don't know that. This is Tennessee. They do things differently than anyone else I've ever seen.
He's just saying he doesn't believe the parents will do it because he thinks the parents.
That's what he's saying, and I agree with him. I don't think I think they're making petty sorry. Excuses
Okay.
listening to uninformed people. As a parent, it's just so important to me that if I had a missing child, that would be like if they told me that should be, you know what? I feel law enforcement should have told them that at the very beginning. If they're so, that's why I'm saying go talk to people who will inform them. Call that, what's the name of it? NamUs or whatever. Call them.
Okay, can I apologize to RJ now? Because I misunderstood what you were saying.
There's no need to apologize. You're good.
No, I thought you were trying to be like the Welsh shouldn't have to or whatever.
No.
And
No,
I'm
no, no.
sorry.
There's no need to
Wells just aren't
apologize. You're all
going
good.
to.
Okay. Well, I'll drop down since I'm in a misunderstanding. So
Right.
You're okay.
sorry. I'm
It's
so
fine. It
sorry,
happens all the
RJ.
time. Happens all the time. It's just, I think that I think we're pretty much all though under the same opinion. Well, I would think anyways. And I think, I don't know. I don't know if RJ believes they should, but I think they should turn their DNA, turn it in just in case for future cases or future does or does that are already in the system. Not just that one, other ones too.
I believe the push that they're trying to put, if them trying to raise $5,000 or push to raise $5,000 again, is so they don't have to go through federal government labs. They can do this through the PI and do it privately. But I agree, they should be giving up their DNA so they can just have it on file and do a testing. If a child comes up again, they can eliminate it just as quick. But I don't believe they won't do so without being private because they have too much to lose by going through the federal government. By those programs that K-Crime was mentioning.
I just don't understand what they would have to lose in a program that is only based, and your DNA is only, you sign it's signed, it's a thing, and it could only be used for this program. That's the thing. It's a specific program. It only is in the base database for that program, and it can only be used for that program. So I don't understand why they would think they would have something more to lose than that. And what they do is they create a familiar like DNA like pattern.
I guess that I'm a bit too Orwellian in mindset to be able to accept that as a reality, because you can't tell me that somebody going off to the FBI and having open investigations that are hanging over their head, that they're going to use this solely for this purpose when you're willing to give up your DNA. That to me is a ludicrous statement, because they're going to use it. They're going to test it against what information they have, if they have the bodily fluids to test against.
Which, I mean, I don't know. It would give them the right to test anybody that ends up dead, right?
Right. Well, no. It goes into a database that they create a familiar profile, so that if a child matches in this familiar profile, they would be able to match it to that unidentified child. It's a completely, so when they do coding with DNA, it's not always the same thing every time. They do it for different ways for different things. You know, like the ancestry way they do it, they pull different things out. It's not like their profile, them and their, to compare against crimes. It's not like that. It'll be a familiar like code that they'll be able to use, and they pull the mitochondrial and they do that, so they're able to compare against when they find like remains that don't have any, that are in full decomp and things like that. That's the whole point. It's a completely different thing.
Do both parents have to submit their DNA?
But the parents have to submit their DNA, yes, to do it.
Both
submit it. Yeah. Well, they want both parents. That's the best, but the mother especially, because you can only get the mitochondrial from the mother, and that is what
Candace,
they need.
and it's on you, baby. It's on you. Do what's right as a mother. Don't even have to involve Dawn.
I'm gonna go because it's I'm gonna go. I have the link in the chat for Justin's live. It starts at 8. Should be starting right now. Over on Clutch Them Pearls. So yeah, sorry that it was a heated conversation, but
No, it's good. It's good to debate
Hey,
these
hey,
things.
Trav, I hope I didn't disrespect you. It was never
No,
me.
not at all.
Nothing
I like debating because you could
Oh,
change
it's
my
good.
mind if
If
you
you can
tell
find
me
out things, you can.
something
And
good.
RJ, I love you. You're a great
Have a
guy.
good night, all.
All right,
All
good
right,
night.
bye.
all right, good night, everybody. Sorry, I see Nana in the background. I got to go. I don't know which Nana that is, but I'm getting off here. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Maybe I'll be back later. We'll see. But I'm gonna go watch Justin and relax for a couple hours, and then we'll see. Okay. Ta-ta.
Round me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home.
All right, guys. We'll talk soon. Ta-ta.
Stardust left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all one. We are all. Pick me up, that moonchild, put me into ocean.